Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the Rosy Supernova. Currently waiting on the rocket to come back. We've got almost the entire space explored. Wow. I hate when you're clicking around in there, it just pulls you out. Let's see, we're quite a few cycles ahead. Been with the most recent update that broke all the mods. I've been trying to test some of the mods to give people feedback, and so that's led to a bunch of game crashes. Such is life. My hydrogen tank is almost full. The steam room is still too big, but it works fine. I think in the last video I talked about how I shrunk this down so it's only using 2 steam turbines. But the big thing the game crashes caused me to lose is I lost a video which was me building this steam room. So, big pool of magma. I was like, oh, I should probably tap into that. And so I wanted to see if I could get some of the heat out of the rocks. And accidentally, there was a whole mess. Basically, by digging this, or by building this, pumping this into a vacuum, you can come in and work around this just fine. It just happened that the automation for the door fit right there. So I didn't have to move any of the automation around, which I was worried about. I was afraid I would get the overlapping ports, but that didn't happen. So these are just some thermium tiles. I dropped this down so I could use a temp shift plate. It's not exchanging much heat, but it is working. The reason I did this, besides just using up some magma, was I started getting brownout warnings. These batteries were running down too far overnight. I produced enough solar during the day, but at night I was burning off too much energy because I was using molecular forge. These weren't producing. It was a whole thing. I thought adding more battery storage would fix it, and it didn't quite. So I was like, oh, I have easy storage down here, or easy access to magma and steam. So some extra coal generators to run the aqua tuner occasionally when it needs it, and it's good to go. So that's kind of what we missed. If you want more details on that, I can make another video later, but mostly we're just waiting on the rocket to come back. I think I forgot to put food in here last time, but they're less than 3 cycles away. They should be fine. And look at how happy they are. No, wrong thing. You. Yeah, this should be good. In the comments, some people have asked about making this into a puff ranch. Those are puff princes. I think puff princes are even worse. So the rough calculation on this one would be about 2, maybe 3 puffs could live off of this in order to get the most slime out of them, so I don't know. And I think that works out to 5 mushrooms. The main issue is space. Like, that's all the room I've got to work with. That's the entire base. So trying to fit in a cooling solution for the oxygen, get the oxygen to a puff ranch, pick up the slime, put it room is a big problem. Let's go back to the main base. The gases did eventually settle. So I don't know if you remember, about 100 or so cycles ago, I had oxygen all the way down to there. It was close. Oh, we got a pool of polluted oxygen. Oh, because you're probably dormant. Well, what if I tee off of that one? Well, I mean, we've got all the metals right here. I was just wondering what metal's closest, but that's where I store all of my metals. Yeah, it's like, this is just the far left steam turbine, so it's not doing a whole lot, but that's fine. I think this is dormant, yeah. So we'll see how far this comes down. I've got 28 cycles before it comes active, so we'll see how much it's pulling down. I have this set to 180, so if I'm pulling down too much, I can just set that temperature lower. There, and potential load is 750, but that's if everything's running, and most of this won't run. And once those get down to temperature, yeah, they're set to 25. So it's a bit warm there, just from all the other metals coming in, but they'll cool that off, and now we're dealing with the polluted oxygen. Other bases. This is actually working. Like, I thought they were going to plug themselves with sand, but they seem to be turning it into glass. Thought there was some right there. Maybe it slid over? Yeah, there's glass. And same thing over here. There used to be a layer of sand here, and now there's glass. So, not exactly the best system in the world. So you're about to erupt. And you I don't know because I didn't analyze you. But, I mean, there's nothing else going on over here. Might as well just let those slowly melt through the base. And then this base is still just empty. Now this pump will occasionally suck up some air. I'm just storing metal over here till I figure out what I want to try to do with radiation later in the game. So that's the quick overview. We'll wait a couple cycles, get the rocket back, get it loaded, and go see the last bit of the map. Water-wise, not sure where all that salt water came from. It didn't seem like there was that much on this side of the map. But yeah, we are slowly emptying out the clean water tanks, and it's going every other one because I'm filtering. Yeah, I'm filtering right there for the clean water. In fact, since I have another filter there, I can set you to anything else, and the water will just go right by. Sure, tungsten. There, that'll get rid of the salt water faster. And then now the clean water will just come up this other pipe. The piping is insane. And then we'll just meet it right there. So that didn't do anything for me. Never mind, I thought it went all the way up to that filter. Whatever, those tanks are full. That's dormant, so we're slowly sucking down the polluted water. It's weird, the ambient... I was playing around with the audio settings, and the ambience, like, keeps turning off and on. Yeah, see, now it's back. Like, sometimes it just... I've been, watching some of my other episodes, I'm like, where did the ambience go? It's there, it's just really quiet. I forgot that my dupes were dumping ice into here. That got a little chilly. Whatever. Yeah, it's a good heat map for a base. Rocket should be just about landing. Yeah, we're up to half a cycle. Oh, we just launched again. How is the water base looking? I turned 2 of them on. I don't think I needed to. Let's see the temperature over here. Yeah, see, those are slowly coming down. I am currently actively cooling the water because I didn't expect it to come up this high. So these aren't insulated pipes. So, yeah, these things are working overtime. A bit chuggy over here. And back at the tree base, my oxygen tank is full. You can see the automation has that off. So I'm currently just dumping oxygen into space, just so I can make hydrogen. You can see just how little hydrogen you get, burning 1 kilo a second. But my water tanks are full, or darn near close enough. And I think it's alternating between... yeah, both of those. It's amazing how fast those things go. And I think we are just about out of food. Oh yeah, you are going to be starving soon, but you're also landing right now. So I think... hold on, I gotta pause because you're hopping everywhere. Oh yeah, you got 3,000 calories. You're fine. Man, that rocket's gonna land, and I'm just about to turn off the hydrogen. Like, this tank is that close to being full. It's 100 kilos off from this sensor. And then this thing's gonna land and suck up 1,800 kilograms. It's like 2 tiles worth. My hydrogen vent became active a little bit ago, so I was finally able to really start pumping in hydrogen. I've only got 1 pump running, so it's just able to keep up. I've noticed sometimes the rocket animation doesn't always keep up with the rocket. So a couple of times on this flight out, I'd see the rocket here, but I couldn't click on it because the rocket was actually up there somewhere. So just keep an eye on that. If you can't find your rocket, try clicking in the other tiles where you expect it to be. No, to be here. I mean, most of the stuff is made out of copper, but... Oh, yeah, that's still a bug. So the incoming rocket doesn't have exhaust. It just looks like some sort of weird anti-gravity... How much did I end up with? I had 100 kilograms left of fuel. But I was all out of food, so that is perfectly fine. Catalina, get out of there. Food-wise, oh my god. Over 1 million of berry sludge and grub fruit and 6 million of barbecue. We are good. And this thing has worked well for getting carbon dioxide out and oxygen in. So yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with the hydrogen rocket. I'm considering going nuclear to try the radiation rocket, but I've got to rebuild my whole nuclear infrastructure for that to work. This will at least let me see the whole map and kind of see what kind of range I want. And you're just empty, right? Yeah, these are all empty. Alright, let's wait for the rocket to fuel, get some food in there, and launch it again. I think I noticed why I wasn't getting food. I forgot my ladders melted. And also, that explains why Catalina's not coming out of the rocket. Hold on. Quick, construction. And we'll get them out of there. In fact, I think there's even igneous rock inside that rocket. Alright, now they can get out. Perfect. Let's actually move Catalina's bed down here. Just let them live a cycle while we're loading all the fuel. Hopefully at some point they will fix this so it does auto-update so they don't get stuck in the rocket. Same thing with the bathrooms. I'd like them to prioritize... There you are. Using the base bathrooms, not the rocket bathrooms. Like, I just assigned them a bed and a cot in the main base. They came all the way up here to use the bathroom. And a that's something that definitely needs to be fixed. I was thinking about redesigning this a little bit, see if I can't make the rooms look better. Well, I'm waiting for the fuel. Yeah, the rocket's fueling is done and now we're completely off the scale, so it took that entire tile down. But that's okay, we got plenty of battery storage. I'll load that up. There's a building that. This just became active again, so it turned, there was a pool of resin there, and now it's iso resin, because that's all you gotta wait on. Oh, this is about to erupt. Let's see. Let's watch the unfolding disaster. Now, because this is neutronium, this doesn't interact much with this sand, so I'm kind of curious as to how hot this gets. But you can see the iron's flowing all the way out to there. And this whole area has been kind of opened up by it. Oh, there's some hot iron in there. Or, at one point it was hot. No docks available. Ah, there are people stuck in a rocket. Well, there isn't much sand here, but I don't think it's getting up to melting temperature. It's exchanging heat too fast over here. Alright. This should be... Oh, I always get that freaking backwards. Okay, you deliver a suit. I was having them clean up in here after the big... Alright, you deliver a suit. No, you are the person in here. You should be able to deliver your own suit. Yeah, there you go. Alright, now I got that set correctly. Yeah, so it looks like they finished and they're done sweeping. So as long as this is 12 tiles, you're good. The hard part was the pump has to be outside of it, or because that's industrial, but the telescope isn't. And then getting the fittings. The fittings have to be up against a metal wall, but this counts as being 3 high. So I couldn't put it there. So that is the gas coming into here, gas going out, and power. But yeah, I've got rooms and even higher morale for my dupe. Haven't gotten any more mutated seeds. Enough people have played and there's been enough mutations. We now know what the possible mutations are. And it seems like there's really only one good one and one semi-good one. So pretty much you're just going to mutate your seeds until you get the one you want. Okay, Catalina, you're back. And we should have a range of 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that should get me all of it. Cargo transfer. Yeah, we don't care about the cargo transfer. This thing holds so much oxygen. Yeah, she's got 2,000 kilograms. I don't think that'll be a problem. Naval, you've got a suit. You got assigned everything. Can I tell you to disable that? Or is it best just to wait? I'm afraid she's gonna pee herself before she activates this. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. Alright, well, we'll have them mop here at some point. The fan, or the pump will take care of the gas. I just noticed this, that I've got some frozen hydrogen all over down here. I think I had my temperature turned down a little bit too far, so I just turned it up another degree. There's a big enough pool in here, it should be fine. What am I at, 256? Yeah. Hydrogen's just such a narrow range. I think I turned it down too far in order, right when I was starting to rotate, just to make sure it stayed cold, but went a little bit past it. Yeah, we should be good. As long as I don't freeze at all. And yeah, starting to come up on this. Yeah, what have you got? Another 2 cycles. So I've gone and clicked on every one of these, and this is the only one that I've seen with a rare resource. And I've mined a couple of them, so I don't know if there's a specific one now where you have to mine and then it unlocks a rare resource, or that's just it. Either you got it or you don't. Oh, and I keep forgetting about this planet. I wonder if I do a flyby if I can oversee it. Well, we'll find that out here in a second. Because I'm going to stop right there and then I should be able to oversee and see what's happening. Oh, well, this is fun. It's working! This whole section melted. I don't know when that one erupts again, but yeah, that's exactly what I thought would happen, was that you just start melting all the way through. It'll take a long time before I get that granite up hot enough. But yeah, it should just keep rolling off. At some point it should whack that sand out of there. I'm waiting for the automation to update. No, it still thinks it's there. And I was just playing with the pressure settings over here just to make sure that this pretty much never hits overpressure. Like occasionally you see it flash just to get the most out of it. Oh, and you're about to turn off. Yep, 100 kilos to go and there's 22 up there. I mean, you'd think that that hydrogen would be condensing. It's right on that edge. There it goes. I guess that's where the frozen hydrogen's coming, is it's going straight from gas to liquid to solid. And all of this stuff is down to super cold, so it shouldn't flash off of that anymore. Okay. I can. Holy gassy moose. Wow. Okay, well, the gassy moose in space survived and apparently thrived? Holy. I forgot what you're supposed to do with gassy moose. I guess you can ranch them? You can feed them gas grass, they give off natural gas. What does gas grass need? Light, and apparently they can survive in all the radiation. Oh, and they need liquid chlorine. Oh, well, that's annoying. I was thinking about maybe using them over here, but if they need liquid chlorine, that's more of a hassle. I just want to see what these last two things are. Oh, there we go. Another gilded asteroid field has fullerene listed. So they do list the rare resources before you mine them. I think we're gonna call that good. Like, there's one more thing to see, but I was hoping to find something that had isoresin or something better. Yeah, there's just a lot of time spent waiting for the rocket to get places, but now that I've seen everything, I gotta figure out what I want to do next. So while I think about that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for all your comments. If you have ideas or stuff to do, let me know.